If that don't fire you up, then your wood's wet. Now, it's time for your bearded host, Zach Walker.
Good morning. Welcome in to Boomer and the Beard. I'm Zach Walker, your big, beautiful, Boogie Nights loving host. And it is a new day. Come on. Such a long way to go. All the way to Mexico. Like the wind, ride like the wind. Yee! Well, good morning. Welcome in. We're so thankful you've chosen to join us here. Did I just throw a yee down on Ride Like the Wind? I think I did. That is impressive all the way around. Good morning, fellas. We've got Jonah. We've got Marshall Mathers and Fred Durst. No, I'm just kidding. We've got Connor. You know that song. You know that song. Marshall Mathers and Fred Durst. Who was that? What was the name of that song? Was it? It wasn't. It wasn't an. Oh, Marshall. Okay. All right. Your microphone is on, by the way, and it's a really good microphone. I just heard every bit of that scratch. I heard your nails up against your skin scratch. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I'm digging, I'm digging the nostalgia of that mic.
What do you mean nostalgia?
You know, with Marshall's whole get up, top to bottom. I'm loving it over there. I can see him better. I'm liking this a new day.
Well, and the camera angle's a lot better from that side.
Yeah. No, this is way better.
Way better.
Yep.
Yeah. Here, I'll pull you down, buddy. There you go.
Nobody turns me down.
Nobody turns down Marshall Mathers. Tugboat Willie. What's up, buddy? How you tugging this morning?
That's all he's got.
Tugging along. Okay. All right, team. Hey, bring it in. Bring it in, team.
Hayden said present.
Everybody hated that kid, too. Everybody hated that kid. Zach here. Marshall here. Jonah here. Connor present.
It would be Connor.
It would be Connor. Connor would be the president because it's the more accurate thing to say. We avoided the naders yesterday. Thank God for us up here. Not so lucky in the southern part of the state. Good Lord.
I have no idea what happened. So
Got
I'm going to fill me in.
rocked. Well, let's talk about you first. As you all know, Jonah is the owner of Linex Decatur Customs. They do a little bit of everything. Got some of the prettiest Broncos they're working on over there at Decatur Customs, and they'll spray your truck. Linex is the best product. Comes on pretty much every truck you buy stock, but if you have an older truck, it should come on every truck you buy stock. If you buy a truck without a Linex bed, you're an idiot. But what?
That's true.
Am I wrong?
No, that's a true statement.
No, you're right.
I mean, every bed I've ever had has been Linex.
True statement.
I mean, this stuff's freaking bulletproof.
Oh, yeah.
It really is bulletproof. Dude.
Oh, I mean, it's tough. Yeah, well, we have an industrial grade, military grade product that you line it with a certain steel and a certain Kevlar, and
I got a
slap
shirt
some Linex
made out
on
of
it.
Mm-hmm. I just wear it around when I'm worried about my personal belongings.
Yesterday was rough for us. It was so busy and wet. I didn't even pay. If a tornado went right in front of me, I'd have said, "Thank you, Lord." take me out of this misery.
Just wrap that joker in rain so I don't know it's coming.
That's right.
Well, I mean, I feel like we need to go back to our thanks, Joe. Thanks, President Biden, because that stimuli money. Hey, throw it on some Linex. Throw it on some Linex.
And I'll tell you what the problem is right now is people don't realize. I don't think the country realizes. Some people do, but that ice storm that Texas had a while back has
messed up.
A lot of stuff up. There is shortages like
Supply
you would not
chain
believe.
Broken.
There's hardly any trucks on the lot right now to buy brand new.
Yep.
It's really bad. It affects everything all the way down to the plastics. Then you have everybody sitting at home for a year,
taking that unemployment money,
getting that money, trying to get things done. So that's why wood's high. And then everybody's buying electronics, working from home, playing games at home, and there's a shortage on computer chips also right now. So
I thought you said my wood's high. I was like, wow,
yeah, wood's high.
I know I'm good looking,
but it's last year on top of that Texas ice storm has things in a major crunch, and then everybody's getting this stimulus check wanting to spend money.
Yeah,
and there's a shortage on things to spend money on.
Well, but you're gonna take it though.
Oh, we're gonna get it now.
We're gonna spray that truck now.
I mean, if it ain't new trucks coming in, it's used ones being being fixed up. But like right now with the oil shortage that because of the Texas ice storm, well, there's shortages on plastic pieces for interiors of trucks and other pieces. So you ride by a new car dealership.
Try to find you a truck right now.
Especially, I'd say the big dog around here would be Lynn Layton Chevrolet. And
little shout out! Yeah, little shout out.
Well, I rode by yesterday, and usually when you see hundreds of brand new trucks, and they got
2,
it's maybe 20.
Yeah, they got 1.
I mean, it's rough around here. So.
No, it is. You know what? It's the first time I've ever had equity in a vehicle. It's the first time I've ever had equity in a vehicle because I bought a 2017 truck and I got a great deal on it and it's worth friggin' $20,000 more than what I paid for it.
Yep.
It's the first time in my life I've got equity in a truck, so I'm like, well, hey, let's trade it in.
Well,
there's nothing to trade it on.
No,
nothing.
And well, anyway, let's just say it's hard to, when you're running 24/7. It's hard to get caught up on 24/7. You can't run 25/8. So.
The math doesn't work on that.
No, you can't run 25/8, and so there's a problem right now.
You would though.
Well, they are trying,
yeah,
and it's just weird. I mean,
I text Jonah at like 5:00 yesterday, and we working on the Beard Mobile, and so we've been we had a 3-week boo-boo that we talked about when it happened with the snowstorm. I must have had a truck crash or something. The only thing that makes sense. But I texted him at 5:00, and it was like 8:30. He was like, hey, man, I just got home. I don't want to talk to you. I'm going to bed. I'm tired, kind of a deal. And I don't blame him. That's a long day. When you leave the house at 4 and you don't get 4 in the morning and don't get back till 8, that's a long day.
Oh, yeah.
That's a long that's that right there. That's what we call the old 16-hour.
Oh, and it was every single minute of my day yesterday was intense. But also like the camper shed deal. I found out they was having a shortage on back glass windows. I mean, it's everything right now.
Well, you can't have nothing. You know what happened? We thought we could have something. Mm-hmm. We made the mistake of thinking we could have something. You can't have nothing.
That'll teach you.
When you tell people,
sometimes I got to rough talk myself.
When you tell some people, certain people, not everybody, but some people, when you tell them, hey, you ain't got to come to work. The government's going to send you. They're going to send you a check.
You know what they do?
They don't want to go back to work.
You know what they do? They stay their A at home.
And then whenever they're like, oh well, we can't open back up.
Nah.
And I'm not going to get into the teachers. But
I'm gonna get that other $400. I'm gonna get that other $400 in unemployment money
from manufacturing all the way down to teachers. Though there's people not wanting to go back.
Well, thank God it's not teachers in our great state.
No, because they need to get the kids back to school. Kids need.
Marshall, answer that phone right there.
Kids.
Somebody be calling my cell phone, thinking they're calling the show.
Hello?
Because my cell phone's still out there on like one of the websites. My cell phone's connected to a number, and so they'll call in.
Yeah.
And you know what? I know what it is, Connor.
Sitting by Carson Daly and Fred Durst by Eminem.
Yeah, there it is. Thank you. Thank you.
It.
Yeah, I knew
What's your name?
Carson Daly and Fred Durst, not Marshall Mathers and Fred
Jeremy.
Durst.
Thank Jeremy.
Yeah, Jeremy. Thank you, Jeremy. Okay.
Hey, 866 Jeremy. That's some real stuff right there.
866-494.
He's like, I don't need to call in that number. Let me just call dude on his cell phone.
Let me call dude's cell phone right fast.
My name's Jeremy. He was a cool guy, though, man. He's like, hey, I just want to let you know.
866-494-9866 is the number. I don't know where my cell phone number is at, but it happens on like
in Jeremy's phone.
Yeah, now it is. Now he's got me saved like a contact. He'll be at a party this weekend. He'll be like, hey man, you know the beard guy? I got a cell phone number.
Look, and that's how Facebook.
Hey, watch me text him.
Yeah.
Look, he'll be like Carson Daly and Fred Durst.
Well, I got a new phone, and so I had to, transfer everything over. Open up Facebook. They're like, do you want to update your number to this app? And I'm like, no, I don't want my phone on there. And they're like, well, if you don't and you get locked out, we can't text you and get you back in.
That's fine. I'll deal with it. No, you can't have my phone number, Facebook. No.
But anyway.
They be blowing up the phones, man. Thank you, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Carson Daly, not anyway. Who did I say?
You said Marshall Mathers.
Ah, yeah. I knew it was Eminem, but I just put him in instead of Carson Daly and Fred Durst.
I ain't seen Carson Daly in forever.
Watch The Voice, bro. He's on honest to God, he is one of the most engaging people on the face of the planet. Like every single person that goes on The Voice, you think he's known them forever. He's so legitimately interested in their success. It's unbelievable.
That's cool.
I think he fakes it, but still, he's really good at it. Boomer and the Beard will be right back.
Boomer and the Beard.
So, what do you want to eat?
I want something fast-tastic.
Fast-tastic?
Yes, fast, yet fantastic.
Sounds, spiff-delicious.
Well, then let's go.
Eat more chicken with Chick-fil-A in Decatur. They have the tastes that you can't get anywhere else. From fantastic snacks and sides to the often intimidated but never duplicated original Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich. Delicious and juicy, boneless breast of chicken sandwich with its signature pickle slices. Now that's how a chicken sandwich should be. Always freshly prepared and backed by award-winning My Pleasure customer service. Chick-fil-A believes in providing guests with great tasting food in a comfortable environment, making it the best restaurant experience you will get. Download the Chick-fil-A app today. Bypass the line and enjoy your Chick-fil-A even faster. 2 great Chick-fil-A locations in Decatur, ready to serve you. Stop by today on Highway 31 South and on the Beltline in Decatur.
Vroom, vroom, beep, beep, vroom, 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 vroom.
When we were kids, there was nothing cooler than our toy trucks.
You'll never catch me. My truck's too fast for you.
Now that you have a real truck, when you see all the toys we have in stock to jack up your ride,
oh wow, look at that.
You'll feel like a kid all over again.
Linex Decatur Customs has everything you need for your truck, SUV, Jeep, and more. Customizing and protecting anything with Linex spray-on coatings. Treat yourself and take your ride to the next level. With our wide selection of custom accessories, including our exclusive line of truck gear by Linex, toolboxes, hitches, lift kits, and so much more. Our shop focuses on quality, and that's what you'll get with Linex Decatur Customs. Give us a call today at 256-355-4251. That's 355-4251. And online at Linex.com. Linex Decatur Customs on Beltline Road in Decatur, home of the adventurous, hardworking, daring, and cutting edge.
Check it out, boys. Got my new Jeep to go mudding this weekend. Who's in?
Mudding, huh? What kind of lift kit you get for it?
What kind of what now?
Rough country, Terraflex, extreme terrain?
The middle one?
Son, there's somewhere you need to go first.
Outlaw Off-Road, your premier off-road center for Jeeps, trucks, and SUVs. We handle everything from suspension installation, wheels and tires, gears and driveline, repair and maintenance, overlanding, bumpers, steering upgrades, LED lighting, and more. And we have access to virtually every brand and name in the off-road industry. Before you take your Jeep, truck, or SUV off-road, you have to come by Outlaw Off-Road on Nick Davis Road in Athens. Or call 888-954-7799. That's 888-954-7799. And online at theoutlawoffroad.com.
Where Alabama talks, WVNN. Depend on it.
Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful, bearded host. This is Coheed and Kaya. Welcome home. That was my walkout song. That's what I walked out to when I came into pitch. You know what I'm saying? I came in to close the game. I came to shut her down. That hot cheddar. Throw that stinky cheese. Throw that 93s. I should be a rap star.
Stinky cheese.
Give him the stinky cheddar. Producer Connor, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing all right.
Oh, wait a minute. Wrong button. All right.
I'm doing all right.
I waited till the second segment. You don't sound much more excited.
I'm just glad I got a good night's sleep last night because I had Benadryl at the ready if I couldn't get sleep through the weather.
Wow, he sounds like an old freaking man. Sounds like he's about 63.
He had some milk on his
room temperature too.
Old at heart.
So Connor, can you not? You can't sleep through a thunderstorm, buddy?
Not well.
Really?
It wakes me up. And I've got a big window in my bedroom, so if there's big lightning flashes.
There was one last night. Good Lord, my wife and I had just got into bed, and like the whole room lit up.
Well, you know, Connor
I was like, "Is that electrical surge? What happened?" In the window.
I mean, Connor would have been about 7 years old when them 2011 tornadoes came through, and maybe,
I remember them.
Yeah.
How old were you in 2011?
2011, third grade.
You right?
7, 8
You're
years
right.
old.
About 8.
Just a pup.
Just a pup. He's still just a pup, to be clear, compared to old nostalgia over here.
I am the oldest one here.
And I'm really digging their new spot. Connor, what do you think about the new spot over here?
I think it's a good setup.
I mean, producer Connor, excuse me.
I like it. I approve.
Good, that's all that matters.
Well,
we're
by
good.
God,
Connor likes it. We're good.
Connor likes it. I love it.
All right, we can go home.
All right. Y'all have a good one. Okay. Well, I mean, normally, I sleep like a baby in a thunderstorm.
Oh, yeah, me too.
I'm talking about got the rain on the roof. I got a metal roof, too. So
I like the rain.
You already know with that metal roof, it's like it's over with.
Mm-hmm. I love the rain, just not Monday through Friday 7 to 5. I ain't having none of that.
Well, and you need a humidity that's a little lower.
Yeah,
you need a little bit less on the humidity.
Our sprays are any spray, painting cars or whatever. It's moisture sensitive.
Yeah, and if you have an air compressor, let him know. Let him know. We need an air compressor in a bad way.
A big one.
Yeah.
Big one.
Well, what it was, I used to have 3, then I blew up 2, and then I blew up that 1, then I replaced it. And I just, when you're just so busy and going, you're like, okay, well, I'm getting by. And then you only think about, okay, I got to upgrade again whenever you really, really need it.
And then it blows up.
And then everybody's too busy. So, but, we'll get it. Today's a new day.
It's a new day.
Today's a new day.
It's a new day.
What can you do? Yesterday's gone. I ain't worried about it no more.
No, naders be gone. Naders are gone.
So there was a tornado.
Oh, Lord.
I don't know nothing about
Just
it.
south of Tuscaloosa got tore plumb up, son. I saw a picture this morning from James Spann on Facebook, and the house is leveled. And it says the inhabitant or resident, whatever they called him, heard the tornado coming, took off running into the woods, dove into a ravine, and saved himself.
Oh, my goodness. So what was this on the F scale?
They won't know that till later today.
Oh, yeah, they got to survey.
They have to come out and survey it and see how wide it was and all that stuff. But it looked like, it looked like a show enough 2 or 3. I mean, if I'm just going to go out and, I'm not a weatherman, but I play one on the radio. I'm not a doctor, but I play one on the radio. I'm not a lawyer, but I can play one on the radio. You know what I'm saying? When I grow up, I want to be on the radio.
So, do we have any fatalities in the state or around
that's a good
here?
question. Connor, can you look that up and see if we had anything confirmed in terms of fatalities or? But here is, let's see here. Oh wow, okay, that's hay bales thrown halfway across the state. So, anyways, it definitely never heated up, like it never got warm enough to disrupt the air this far north. It kept running into the rain and that rain cooled air, as they call it, and that kept the atmosphere more stable, and so it was.
I think we need to recognize Marshall's been 2 for 2 on some things here lately. He said KIV is going to extend that mask mandate, and yesterday he said we probably ain't going to get no tornadoes up here.
Well, he flipped a coin twice and got lucky. But yes.
He did, yes.
But yes.
There is no such thing as luck.
He's just
luck is when preparation meets opportunity. Go back to school, study some more.
Did we find Connor's long lost dad over here? Nez, they done got closer. Now we're outnumbered.
Yeah, well,
Marshall, get back over here.
It's still 2-2,
Yeah.
so we would be
We're
evenly
good.
matched.
What about
and we got tugboat? For
I know,
sure.
but he's locked up right now.
Yeah, he's locked up over there. We
He's
can't
just
even see him.
absolutely locked up, like a flip. Just just locked on in there. So, anyways, if you need some Line-X, call Jonah. If you've got an air compressor, also call Jonah. So
that's real talk.
Man, we got a lot to talk about today. Y'all see this NCAA story? Probably not, because Jonah ain't seen any story.
I tell
Jonah
you,
didn't even see my text message for 4 hours.
I'll tell you the one thing I did see. Hey, Connor, please look up what's the Queen's husband, Prince Philip.
Yeah, he back home.
Yeah, y'all please look up the pictures of him in that car when they got him out of the hospital. He looks like he died. They took his skin and threw it on some robot. I'm telling you, that man looks like he had 4 blood transfusions. Never in my life have I seen somebody look so bad.
Well, he's like 104.
I think he's actually 99. I mean, did you see him pictures, Marshall?
Yeah, I saw him.
Oh, they're not scary.
I thought they just took him straight from the
morgue.
Yeah, just like
They look like
him up and stuck him in the back of the car.
They look like
and put his seatbelt on like it's gonna matter.
Prop me up beside the jukebox when I'm 99.
Oh, y'all wait till you see them pictures.
I saw a meme yesterday because honestly, I could not care any less about the royal family. Like I could not. Meghan's hot. I love Princess Diana. You know what I'm saying? Princess Di. She got killed by her own family. But I did see a meme yesterday that said, although I could not care less.
You missed it.
Oh, I missed it. Put it back up. Although it said, my gosh. Oh, my goodness. Are you serious?
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. That's terrible.
Oh, there's more pictures.
That is awful.
Yeah.
That is
Get us some more.
That's not real.
Get us some
that
more.
Is not real.
Yes,
that is not real.
Hey,
if
Connor,
you're not watching the live stream, this is unbelievable. Put that back.
Yeah,
put that back up.
They got some from the other side of the car.
Oh my gosh! What? That is not freaking real. There's no way.
They got some from the other
There's
side.
no freaking way.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
believe
telling
that.
you.
I don't believe that.
Yeah.
Anyway, the meme said, although I could not care any less about the royal family, I am kind of interested in what they're doing and what Prince Harry, and it had like Harry and being held by Diana, and he was like, but I am kind of interested considering what y'all did to his mama. It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny. I think they had her killed, but that's just one man's opinion. You think they had her killed?
They got the power to.
Oh, you kidding me?
They got the ways.
Oh, and I'm talking about the WAZE ways. Come on, yeah. You think they didn't? Do you think they didn't knock her off? I've watched The Crown. I know what went down.
We got you something there, Jonah.
I've seen The Crown. I mean, that's a good show, by the way. Anybody else watch Crown? 866-494-9866. Any Crown fans out there? What are we laughing about, fellas?
Close Sec sent that to me. He said it's one of the baddest compressors known to man. And
that looks like the one I have over at my other shop that's just sitting there. But no, I need something brand spanking new, brought to me with a warranty, hooked up, and you're gonna give me all the maintenance on it.
Tell Brian.
But anyway, yeah,
He's just looking out for you.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that, brother. That looks exactly like the one I got, just sitting at my other building. Them ones right there.
That's a big one.
Oh, and they're quiet.
Really? Thing don't look quiet.
He said they're and if they do break, you can fix it for nothing.
Yep.
Talking about for the record, for those of you not sitting in the room with us looking at the image on his phone, it's an air compressor.
Yep.
So, I mean, one of them big old industrial types. How many gallons is that thing?
I don't
A
know.
lot.
Yeah, probably. I need like 60 plus.
60 plus gallons?
Mm-hmm.
How fast you run through 60 gallons? How often does that thing kick on?
I think yesterday it
ran all day.
As soon as it cut off, no kidding. Even after everybody was gone, and me and my wife was just drying trucks off, it cut off. 5 seconds later, it's cutting back on because we're just full blast
The whole time.
the whole time. Yep.
That's awful.
Either spraying or drying trucks.
Do you use the air to dry the trucks?
Yep.
That makes sense.
Chamois everything.
Ooh, got the ShamWow.
Because you can only chamois so much, then you got to blow all the cracks and crevices. You cannot have a bit of moisture on there. Very sensitive.
Sounds sensitive.
Yep.
Like my feelings.
200-gallon tank. That's how big that is.
Wow. Wow. Get him a 200.
The picture don't do it no justice.
That looks like Prince Mountbatten.
Yeah.
Little,
okay, then.
Prince Philip. Is it really Philip?
Yeah.
Or Charles.
No, Charles is the son that's.
Oh, he's the one that's with old Camellia or whatever.
Yeah, he's not.
Camilla.
He's not.
Camilla.
He ain't finna be king neither.
No. She said, I'll die before I let you have it.
Look, they all gonna be dead except for
old Skeletor.
No, he gonna die too.
Good. I don't know if he can live through that. He might make it. Son of a gun looks ridiculous.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, Lord have mercy. God.
That looks a little better than the other picture.
I'm telling you, when you see him from the other side.
It looks like death.
Oh,
literally.
Look, Connor's back with us. Not Connor.
Oh, wow.
Hayden.
Connor, that's offensive to Connor.
Man, I'm sorry, guys. I'm all over it today.
Oh, Tugboat's back.
Tugboat.
Tugboat. He said
Is that offensive to Connor?
He said tugging along. He's just tugging along. It took you a second, but you got it. Boomer and the Beard will be right back.
Boomer and the Beard. This is News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. News starts now.
President Biden will discuss coronavirus vaccination progress today as more states are announcing plans to open up vaccine eligibility.
Beginning on April 5th, all Nevadans 16 and older will be eligible to schedule vaccination appointments statewide.
Nevada Governor Steve Sisolak, Iowa is also opening eligibility to everyone over 16 on April 5th. Tax day is usually April 15th, but not this year. The IRS extending the deadline for federal income taxes to May 17th. State deadlines may vary. 21-year-old Georgia man charged with 8 counts of murder after shootings at 3 Atlanta area spas on Tuesday allegedly told authorities he was addicted to sex. 6 of the 8 victims were of Asian descent. Today, a House Judiciary Subcommittee will hold a hearing on discrimination and violence against Asians. 25 tornadoes have been reported in 6 states. A tornado watch continues for the Florida Panhandle, parts of Georgia, and southern Alabama. Brian Clark, ABC News.
You don't need a diet. That's work. You don't need a stylist. They're overrated. And you don't need to hang out with older or fatter people just to seem better in comparison either. All you need are these masters of video production. They'll make you look good.
Make your videos look good with Cotton Row Productions, the official live stream provider of Hometown Heartbeat and The Dale Jackson Show. We can handle events, church live streams, and your digital advertising. Call Cotton Row Productions today, 256-289-7355. That's 289-7355.
Bye, hon. Running late. Love you.
Hey, hon, you forgot your coffee.
For the days you need it most. Don't worry. Perk up and percolate with us.
Put some love in your day with Just Love Coffee Cafe in Huntsville. From our award-winning specialty coffee to our unique and quirky menu, our customers at Just Love Coffee have found us to be a great spot for the highest quality coffee, breakfast, brunch, lunch, or dinner. You'll want to try our delicious waffles, wraps, sandwiches, and more. At Just Love Coffee, we're the place to go when you're by yourself, but don't want to be alone. We're the place to go when you want to catch up with friends. We're the start and end point of your morning run. Stop by the Just Love Coffee Cafe today on Memorial Parkway Southwest in Huntsville and friend us on social media at Just Love Huntsville and brewing soon at Just Love Madison on Hughes Road across from Madison City Hall. Just Love Coffee. Eat, drink, love.
The Dale Jackson Show, weekday mornings only on WVNN.
This is Zay, and you're listening to the Boomer and the Beard. And my dad's weird.
I mean, come on, Ed, it's bullcrap. Don't get me wrong, I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine. Loud noises!
Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful bearded host. We're coming live to you from the Chick-fil-A Decatur studios over here in Athens, Alabama. But we're just keyed up like a flip, ready to go. Just can't contain our excitement. Tugboat over there looks like. Well, he looks like Tugboat. We are live on the live stream every day. YouTube, Facebook. Go to boomerandbeard.com. Boomer and Beard. Spell out the word and click right there at the top. You'll see the watch live button. We are, everybody loves eating sausage. Sometimes it's better not to know how it's made, but we want you guys to see behind the curtain and watch our ugly mugs. We got a lot of facial hair in here, a lot of manliness. A lot of flannel on a pretty regular basis. I typically wear the same thing every single day, so there's that. Have you guys noticed that? Like, I'll get on something for a week, and that's what I wear that week.
That's okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
sorry. Yeah. I've had to learn to mute you guys in the breaks because.
Why?
Well, because when we come back, when we come back from the break, the last commercial drop will come on, and I'll say, "Here we go," and get y'all. And then it's like y'all got 15 things you need to get out before we go back on the air. But what you don't know is our mics go hot pretty quick. The minute you can hear the music, the mics are also hot. And so the music will be playing. Y'all be thinking you could still just over here, and I say y'all, it's really, we all know who we talking about. But, it's easier to just, mute your microphone. Yeah, yesterday was a good thing, too, let me tell you. Because you said my mic's muted, right? And I was like, yeah, buddy, I got you.
Is this thing on?
Hey, baby, you're broadcasting. hey, Bubba, you on. Anyways, we are thankful to our great partners like MyPillow, for instance. MyPillow.com/radio specials. Use promo code BEARD at checkout. Get deep discounts. They got buy one, get one free on the Giza sheets. I slept under my Giza sheets last night, and they are banging. No pun intended.
Is that a real pun?
Well, never mind. If you missed that one, I don't want to have to try to explain that. MyPillow.com, radio specials. Make sure you click on that radio specials tab and use promo code BEARD at checkout, and you'll get a deep discount on anything on their site. Plus, we need to support Mike Lindell. He's an American patriot, and he's being canceled by the left. Help him out.
I love MyPillow. I enjoyed mine last night. I don't know what I'd do without it. Hey, speaking of that, I wonder how Mr. David Hogg's pillow.
Have you heard about that? Oh, you didn't hear? Thank you, God, for bringing that up. Oh, yeah. So it's like Good Pillow, right? Connor, do you remember what our prediction was about Mr. Hogg's pillow company?
I don't think we thought it would do well.
No, because we think David Hogg's a freaking idiot, and we have been confirmed 2 days ago. So Mr. Hogg and Mr. Legate are the two. I think William Legate, he's a software engineer. He's a big money Silicon Valley kind of guy. They announced the name of Good Pillow without trademarking Good Pillow. So some patriot, country-loving, red-blooded, steak-eating, gun-owning, Bible-toting American went out and trademarked the name Good Pillow before they could.
Yes.
So now they can't even launch their pillow. They got a cease and desist letter.
Oh, yes. Yes.
What kind of idiot do you have to be to announce the name of your company before you have all the paperwork in order?
Genius.
I'm going to call I tell you what, you know what? We've been talking about, we both entrepreneurs, you know what I'm saying? We want to go and maybe start a new business together. What do you think about, we're going to serve chicken, call it Chick-fil-A.
Let's do that. Let's just go right for it. Let's not prepare at all.
Are you kidding me? We're going to announce this thing. And you had to know it was going to be contentious. Like, you literally came out to just go after a beloved figure to the right. Like, Mike Lindell, don't get me wrong. He's what's the right word? He's a eccentric person. That's a good way to put it. He's not without flaws. He's a little blustery.
Hey, he's turned up.
Well, that's what happens when you're a crackhead. You know what I'm saying? I mean, have you read his story?
Yeah,
I mean, he was a crackhead.
Yeah,
and crackheads go run at a level 10.
He took that energy and put it toward positivity.
Look, I'm an addict. I know how it goes. I know how it goes.
That just shows you how much they really, really, really cared about it. Because, I mean, I sit here and think about things like, oh, well, if I'm going to, I'm like, maybe I'll just start just a garage or something, just doing like a separate business, making builds that we end up bringing to Line X, and I may want to have its own name. Well,
you mean like Decatur Customs?
Yeah, I think about trademarking stuff as small as that is just in my head. They should have thought about that.
At a minimum, let me tell you how this works. For those of you that aren't entrepreneurs, let me tell you how this works, okay? In order to set up a legal entity in our state, which it's pretty much the same across the board, each state has different requirements and different fees and different things like that. But with our state, you have to go to the Secretary of State's website. You have to do a name reservation, okay? And when you do that name reservation, you had to do it. You didn't probably have to do it with Linex because that's a name that you license, that you use from somebody, that you pay them a certain amount of money to open the franchise, to operate a franchise. Each one of those companies has different agreements. There could be something as simple as a licensing fee where you just pay them a set rate on a monthly basis to be able to call yourself Linex because you don't own the name Linex.
Right.
They do.
Yeah.
But they're allowing you the opportunity to operate a business with their name, and for that, they're going to take either a portion of your money or a fee or whatever the arrangement is. And then there's a new business you create, for instance, Decatur Customs. So when you did that, you went on the Secretary of State website, you did a name reservation form, and you typed in Decatur Customs, LLC, period. You have to put all that in there. And when you do that, it runs it through a database. And if there was already Decatur Customs, it would have kicked back and said, you can't do that. That name's already taken. I mean, it's that simple. It costs $0, takes 5 minutes. These idiots didn't even do that. They went out on a national news publication and said, we're going to launch Good Pillow, and we're going after Mike Lindell. And they didn't even get the website. The website's already, and I'm just mad I didn't think about it.
Hey, the name was lame anyway. It was lame anyway.
Oh, you talking about straight knockoff?
Good Pillow. Derp.
We're going to call it Soft Pillow. We're going to call it Comfy Pillow.
That's right.
It's going to be Sleep Pillow. Oh, no. How about Good Pillow? Yeah, go with that one.
What about like the Trump guys or just Republicans in general? They was like they getting the Antifa.com and linking it right to Biden and all that stuff. Did y'all see? Okay, so David Hogg, he put out this tweet and he said, how many AR-15s do you think Jesus had? And somebody commented on there, not enough to save him from being crucified by his own government.
Right.
I mean, people don't. That's how smart this guy is. Anyway.
So check this out. According to the trademark application, Good Pillow was being registered for a custom-built pillow to use the mark in commerce or in connection with identified goods and services. The application is now waiting to be assigned to an examining attorney approximately 3 months after the filing date, which will take place in May. The image registered with the application does not match the logo on Hogg and Legate's Good Pillow website. You know what that means? Mr. Hogg and Mr. Legate, you don't own Good Pillow. So it means you can't use that name in business. It means that you're going to have to change. So, I mean, we not to say that we're prophets here, because that's certainly not what I'm saying. But we do make a living off common sense, and so we were the first to report that Mr. Hogg. First of all, he's a troll. He looks like a troll.
Definitely.
But second of all, we knew this was going to fail. Okay? I mean, look, Ray Charles saw that coming.
Stevie Wonder did because he ain't blind.
Helen Keller heard it. He said, no.
All right, well, let's get past the name then. What about the product?
Well, it doesn't matter. They're never going to get there.
Right, but did they patent pen? Like,
they have nothing to patent. They've got no product.
I wonder what made their product or what their idea of that product was going to be that's so special.
It's going to be soft and it's going to be a pillow. It's going to be a good pillow.
Mike Lindell did like 2x2
patented
squares.
Interlocking fill.
Yeah, 2x2 squares are like, we're going to do 3x3 squares.
And I'm sure there's a utility patent on the interlocking fill because Mike Lindell's not an idiot. And so that means that these idiots probably can't do what they think they can do.
No.
And again, I hate to be the one that said I told you so, but I told you so. These idiots didn't have a shot.
Well, they tried. Go away.
I guess it wasn't that good.
They wasn't that serious. They just want a little attention.
Publicity.
Yep, that's it.
This guy. So let's look at Mr. Hogg's trajectory, okay? David Hogg. David Hogg was Connor, help me out here. He was a
and I hate the way he got famous.
That's what I was about to talk about.
Or how he's using all that. I hate that.
He rose to prominence during 2018 when gun violence protests. He was a survivor at Stoneman Douglas High School shooting. So he was a survivor of a shooting, which let's give that its due, okay? The kid went through the Parkland shooting, right? Like, traumatic experience for anybody. If I'm in Walmart tomorrow and there's an active shooter situation, it's going to be traumatizing, period. Now, unlike Mr. Hogg, I'm going to run to the sound of the gunfire, and I'm going to see if I can't help, right? Like, that's who, and that may be stupid, but that's who I am. And that's what, the military trained that into me, so I ain't no choice about that. Now, that ain't what everybody needs to do. I've taught my wife, run away from it. Get somewhere, hide, get your gun ready, and protect our son with all, and I'm going to go see what I can do to help, because I feel like I'm trained to do that. But I'm not, what I'm not going to do is, after it's all said and done, I'm going to use that terrible travesty to launch a career. That's what I'm not going to do. And so, I get that he.
You don't have a. What about his parents too? Like so he was in school, so obviously he still has guardians, and his parents was pushing for him to do that also. Like let's profit off of this.
Yeah. I don't know, man. 17 people died. 17 people died, but he's going to make a pillow out of it.
The tornadoes on Fox News, they said at least 21 people died. So I hate that.
Boomer and the Beard will be right back.
Boomer and the Beard.
4.
Dan, where you been?
Well, it's hard to golf with bulky oxygen tanks. So I went to AeroCare and got a lightweight portable oxygen concentrator that I wear like a backpack.
Wow. Does insurance cover it?
They sure do. AeroCare called my insurance and I had my machine the next day. I'm as free as a bird, or birdie.
AeroCare specializes in all respiratory equipment. If you have sleep apnea or are in need of oxygen, let AeroCare set you up. Call 256-469-3900. Let us help you breathe a little easier.
Gotcha Covered Screen Printing and Embroidery in Athens. Our team is here to help you with custom printed t-shirts that you want. And we know that means quality. At Gotcha Covered Screen Printing and Embroidery, we focus on the highest quality and the fastest turnaround time possible. Gotcha Covered Screen Printing and Embroidery on West Sandifer Road in Athens. Call to make an appointment with our graphic designer. She's awesome. 256-444-4500. That's 444-4500. And online at gotchacoveredathens.com.
Vroom, vroom, beep, beep, vroom, vroom. Vroom, vroom.
When we were kids, there was nothing cooler than our toy trucks.
You'll never catch me. My truck's too fast for you.
Now that you have a real truck, when you see all the toys we have in stock to jack up your ride,
Oh, wow. Look at that.
you'll feel like a kid all over again.
Line-X Decatur Customs has everything you need for your truck, SUV, Jeep, and more. Customizing and protecting anything with Line-X spray-on coatings. Treat yourself and take your ride to the next level with our wide selection of custom accessories, including our exclusive line of truck gear by Line-X, toolboxes, hitches, lift kits, and so much more. Our shop focuses on quality, and that's what you'll get with Line-X Decatur Customs. Give us a call today at 256-355-4251. That's 355-4251. And online at linex.com. Line-X Decatur Customs on Beltline Road in Decatur, home of the adventurous, hardworking, daring, and cutting edge.
Where is your haircut gone? We know you don't get out as much. You don't drive by your regular sport clips and pop in for that MVP haircut experience that is so much more than a haircut. But isn't it worth getting out for? For that legendary hot steam towel for your face, massaging shampoo that makes you melt into your seat. Oh man, you remember that, right? We found your haircut. It's right where you left it. Sport Clips. It's good to be a guy.
For up-to-the-minute news, log on to WVNN.com. Depend on it.
This is Dale Jackson, and you're listening to Boomer and the Beard, the show that survives on your low expectation.
Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful bearded host. So thankful you've chosen to join us here this morning. Chick-fil-A of Decatur Studios live here. We are so thankful to have great partners like Chick-fil-A, where they're currently hiring. They're hiring for all positions. Give them a call. give them a call to go to work. I mean, everybody, look, get off of that couch, get your kid out of your basement, tell them to go get a job. I worked there as a kid, not at Decatur specifically, but I've worked for Chick-fil-A as a company. They're fantastic. They pay well. They feed you very well. I mean, you can get on that secret menu. You know what I'm saying? That's where I learned all them secret menus. That's where I learned about that secret menu. If you'll wait a minute, I'll bring you back in there, Hoss. But, yeah, you got to get on a secret menu over there. Call McKenzie at Chick-fil-A Decatur, 2 locations.
31 South and the Beltline.
For your pleasure. So give them a call, talk to McKenzie, and let them know the beard sent you. I'm trying now. You got me on that song.
Does it have to do with Redeemer or something?
It's Holy Diver.
Holy Diver.
Holy Diver. You've been down too long in the midnight sea.
Yes.
Yeah.
We gotta bring that in. Next.
Okay. We'll do the holy.
Loud.
What is loud? What is loud?
I don't.
Where did that come from?
I don't. But he does.
Loud. It's loud. It's loud.
I don't know, but it's yeah.
Hey, we were gonna make a band. We're gonna call it Good Music. My name's David Hogg, and I'm gonna make a band called Good Music.
What's that song you just said? I forgot the one we was trying to come up with.
Holy Diver.
Holy Diver. Yes. Holy Diver. I mean,
you've been down too long in the midnight sea.
They don't make good music no more. And that video was like,
why do people listen to this show? Like,
people don't even watch videos
every day I sit here, we do this for 2 hours, and I'm like, why in the world does anybody ever turn this crap on? Good God, a bunch of idiots singing, Holy Diver, I've been down too long in the midnight sea.
And that video is just so awesome.
I've never watched the video.
Oh my God! Wait till you see that video. It'll be
It's Dio, Judas Priest.
Yeah. Well, I like Judas Priest too. Oh, Dio.
It's windy outside. That's a nader.
He's about to go fight something.
Here he comes. It's like the Spartans are coming. 300. This is Sparta!
What a classic.
This is a good tune. I wish it'd go ahead and get into it though.
Oh no.
We're gonna sit around on the wind. The wind's blowing a lot.
You know, they'd have a lot of intros back in the day.
I'm talking about we 33 seconds in right now. we're gonna sit here 60 seconds before we hear the first song.
He's coming in to save his Iron Maiden.
Why does anyone listen to this show? I ain't got a clue.
By the time somebody calls in, we're already 2 subjects ahead. Squirreling.
I really wish this song would go on and do it. We at 56 seconds now.
At least it ain't Freebirds. So there we go.
There it is.
Yes. Yes. Let me turn my own headphones up.
But down too long in the midnight sea.
Yes.
Anyways,
yes.
An entire segment devoted to figuring out what that song was.
It's okay. I needed that.
There you go.
Watch the video.
It's a new day.
Watch the video.
It's a new day.
You're gonna thank me.
So this NCAA protest, have you guys seen this? It just happened last night, which means Jonah hasn't seen it because Jonah's not seen anything but the bed of a truck for a day and a half.
And my pillow.
And he saw his good My Pillow in the bed of a truck. Dick Vitale dumping Gatorade on his head is fantastic, by the way. But the National College Players Association, the NCPA, released a statement detailing what it's asking for via the hashtag Not NCAA Property movement that gained traction with players Wednesday on social media. On the eve of the NCAA basketball tournament, a coalition of 15 tournament teams led by Rutgers, a team that has absolutely no shot at winning anything, Michigan, Isaiah Livers, and Iowa's Jordan Bohannon began posting on social media protesting against, quote, unjust NCAA rules that deny college athletes equal freedoms and basic protections. Among the requests of the athletes were changing the NCAA rules to allow athletes the freedom to secure representation and receive pay for use of our name, image, and likeness by July 1st. They've also called for a meeting with NCAA President Mark Emmert and President Joe Biden.
What?
So they make a good point. And so we need to talk about this a little bit. 866-494-9866, college athletes getting paid. I want to hear what, because when I was in Texas with the family, my dad and I had this conversation, and he had a fundamental misunderstanding as to what they're actually fighting for. And so I had to explain that to him. But I would love to hear your thoughts. 866-494-WVNN, 866-494-9866. College athletes being paid. Hayden is watching the phones like a hawk to make sure that he does not miss your call. We would love to hear from you. But essentially what is happening here is I was an NCAA athlete. I know you guys played in some ball, but did anyone else play college anything?
No.
Okay, so as an NCAA athlete, there were certain things I could and could not do. Like I could not receive financial benefits. I could not receive someone couldn't buy me a meal, right? Like if a booster bought me a hamburger from Arby's or whatever, it was or I don't know why I said Arby's. That would be a roast beef, duh. An XL, by the way, and some curly fries with that Arby sauce. But you can't receive benefits. You can't yada, 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 yada. And so, like, for instance, in today's day and age, a lot of these athletes have a YouTube or an Instagram or a TikTok profile that they've been able to monetize, okay? And now, in doing so, they're making money off of their own likeness, they're not asking to be paid by the school. And I think this is the fundamental misunderstanding of a lot of people that don't get this debate. They're saying, well, college athletes, if you just pay them, well, it's just going to be a free-for-all out there. Well, listen, they're already getting paid. Okay, if you don't believe that, you're ignorant. If you don't think Cam Newton took a pay cut when he went to the Patriots from Auburn, you're crazy. These kids get paid. Alabama does it. Auburn, I don't care who they are, they do it. They do it. I have a friend of mine that played baseball at University of Texas, and when he would come in from, and I don't know if I should say, I guess it doesn't matter because it's, I'm not going to say his name or anything like that, but when he came in from the game, there'd be $1,000 in his locker. Yeah. Just $1,000 in an envelope. Just, hey, thanks for hitting a home run, boss.
Yeah.
It happens, okay? And so...
But now we're dealing with new times, technology versus old rules.
So basically, the NCAA can make millions of dollars off of Jonah Waters, the athlete, and Jonah Waters can make nothing. And you're supposed to just say, well, Jonah, your education is your payment. Well, that's great. That's great. But if I have the ability to market and monetize, look, I will never be for paying athletes. I will never be for setting up a stipend because then you're going to have the corruption will run rampant, more so than it does now. But for athletes to be able to create their own brand, their own marketability, and monetize that via YouTube, via whatever, like NCAA, the football game, it's finally coming back. Because now players can get paid for their likeness. And so I don't know why this is coming out right now the day before the tournament, because I thought we already had this ruling. I thought we already said they could make money off their likeness.
Yeah.
So I'm not exactly sure. Connor, can you do some reading and try to figure out what exactly?
I think that was just in California, wasn't it? Or
maybe it was just in California.
I think that was just California last year where they finally, which that was just going to snowball to the rest of the country anyway.
No, you're right about that. But I don't have any problem with a young athlete developing his own brand and monetizing his own likeness.
Well, if you're going to use me to make a profit, then I need a little cut off of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's different than them $1,000 in a McDonald's.
Yeah, no, that's that trash bag money. Brown bag money.
I mean, I'll take
that's that money you're not going to stop.
No, you're never going to stop that. Good Lord.
It's going to happen.
Look, anybody who thinks, oh, well, college is the game, that's where, because how many times you hear this? I hate pro, but I love college. They still play for the love of the game.
No, they don't.
Well, they do more so than pro ball, because if you look at the statistics, let's see, college athletes.
I think they're just younger and they got more heart still.
Yeah.
You get older.
They're still trying to get that pro career.
When you go pro, you're thinking about business.
Yeah.
It's all business, especially when you go from team to team to team. It's all about, let me get that money.
So, okay, so from the NCAA to major pro is 1.6%, and that's in football. Okay?
It's not much.
1.6. There were 16,380 draft eligible players last year, okay? 480,000 compete. 1.6% go major pro. So NFL. In men's basketball, it's 21%. Because they can go play overseas, they can go play, that's pro ball, right? Now, 1.2% goes to the NBA, 9.9% baseball players, 7.4% of ice hockey players, and 0.8% of women's basketball players. But again, no, never mind, I'm not going to say that. So the percentages are super low of those people that play at the college level and then go on to be a pro and get that money. So they are still in a lot of ways playing for that education, for that love of the game, for that because they know they're not going pro. I mean, the other 98% know that that's probably the end. But still, there's some money changing hands, folks.
Oh, yeah.
And so you're not going to stop it. You might as well allow a legal way to do it.
And tax it. That's what they're thinking about.
Go and tax that money.
Let's get that tax.
Just like they're going to tax that stimulus money. You just don't know it yet. Boomer and the Beard will be right back.
WVNN Athens, WVNN FM Trinity, a Cumulus station. It's 6 o'clock. News starts now.
From ABC News, I'm Brian Clark. 29% of the nation's population has gotten at least one dose of the coronavirus vaccine, and more people are becoming eligible. Iowa and Nevada both announced everyone 16 and older will be eligible to make appointments beginning April 5th. Nevada Governor Steve Sisolak said,
as we get more doses delivered, we're ready to scale up distribution as well, so that local entities are able to use the doses as quickly as possible.
Supply is increasing, but a recent poll found that nearly half of men who identify as Republicans would choose not to get vaccinated. Dr. Ryan Ribiera is an ABC News medical contributor.
Unfortunately, we've had a lot of people out there who have been, willing to allow skepticism to grow around the vaccine and around masking and social distancing and things like that. So I think we need clear, unambiguous messages from representatives, from governors, and from others that the vaccine is safe.
President Biden will speak today on the nation's vaccination progress. A House Judiciary Subcommittee will hold a hearing on discrimination and violence against Asian people 2 days after a 21-year-old man allegedly went on a killing spree at spas in the Atlanta area. ABC Steve Vosansami is in Atlanta.
6 of the 8 people he's now accused of killing are Asian women. And if they hadn't stopped him, police believe that Robert Aaron Long would have continued on to Florida and gunned down more workers at similar businesses. Around 5 p.m. Tuesday, Long was seen in surveillance video outside Young's Asian massage parlor in the North Atlanta suburbs. Police say he walked in, started shooting, and killed 4 people, 3 of them Asian.
Authorities said Wednesday Long told them he's addicted to sex, and that's why he targeted those businesses. Tornado warnings remain in effect for parts of Alabama. That state reported almost 20 tornadoes as severe weather moves through the South. And the IRS has extended the federal income tax filing deadline to May 17th. State deadlines may vary. You're listening to ABC News.
This is good news, maybe exactly when you need it to. Right now, MediShare is waiving their new member fees. This could save you money on top of all that you'll save each month by becoming a member of MediShare. So many people are looking for a healthcare solution right now, seeing the cost of COBRA plans, for instance, and MediShare is the affordable alternative to health insurance. The typical family saves $500 a month. You might save even more. MediShare is a Christian community that shares each other's healthcare costs, and because of the current economic situation, they're making it easier than ever. Apply by March 31st. You can save an additional $170 on your first month. I'll give you the number here in a second, and if you call, you can get a price within 2 minutes. Just tell them the promo code SHARE to receive your additional savings. Maybe now is the time to make the switch like more than 400,000 people already have and start saving. Here it is. Call 877-26-BIBLE. That's 877-26-BIBLE. 877-26-BIBLE.
Check it out, boys. Got my new Jeep to go mudding this weekend. Who's in?
Mudding, huh? What kind of lift kit you get for it?
What kind of what now?
Rough country, Terraflex, extreme terrain?
The middle one?
Son, there's somewhere you need to go first.
Outlaw Off-Road, your premier off-road center for Jeeps, trucks, and SUVs. We handle everything from suspension installation, wheels and tires, gears and driveline, repair and maintenance, overlanding, bumpers, steering upgrades, LED lighting, and more. And we have access to virtually every brand and name in the off-road industry. Before you take your Jeep, truck, or SUV off-road, you have to come by Outlaw Off-Road on Nick Davis Road in Athens. Or call 888-954-7799. That's 888-954-7799. And online at theoutlawoffroad.com.
WVNN. To Boomer and the Beard, the pulse of Americana, with your beautiful bearded host, Zach Walker, Alabama's best no-holds-barred, constitutionally conservative, Christ-centered talk radio. If that don't fire you up, then your wood's wet. Now, it's time for your bearded host, Zach Walker.
What's going on, everybody? Good morning. Welcome into Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful bearded host. This segment brought to you by Just Love Coffee Cafe in Huntsville. You like hot sauce?
Yeah.
You like fried chicken?
Yeah.
You like how about hot syrup on you chicken and waffles? Huh?
Yep.
Waffles are light and fluffy, got a little toasted crunch to them. Sauce is on fire. They pair it incredibly well with the Irish Dream. The crust on the chicken, the batter is just delectable. A little basil on top. Other things to try. The honey bun latte. That sounds delicious. I'm not a frou-frou coffee guy, but by God, I'll take a honey bun anytime, any day, anywhere. Cinnamon. It's got a cinnamon topping. It's got bold flavor. It's not too sweet. You can taste some coffee. It doesn't taste like one of them frou-frou drinks, but it sure sounds delicious. I mean, hey, how about this? You want to try a honey bun latte? Yeah, sure will. Just Love Coffee Cafe in Huntsville. They are also opening in Madison, so we're super excited about that. Just go and get some Just Love coffee. Tell them the Beard sent you. Again, they're down off Memorial Parkway in Huntsville, an opening or just a brewing soon in Madison. So give them some love. Show them some love. Go get you some chicken and waffle, a spicy chicken and waffle. I say it. Come on with a honey bun latte. Joining us now from the communist capital of the United States of America, Ralph Northam's very own Ronald G. Ulick. What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up, guys? How are you guys doing today?
Better now that you're with us, bud.
What's up, Ronald?
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, I had to call Ralph today, and I asked him, I said, can I still get on the air with these conservative Looney Tunes that talk about, all this conspiracy theory stuff? And he said, yeah. I was shocked.
I'm just shocked that he's actually up and working. Typically, those commies like to sleep in a little bit,
Yeah. You know what? I don't have any sleep-in days now that I work out in the morning and get on with you guys once a day. But I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. I love it.
Are you going to make it?
I think I will. If I have my coffee here. Speaking of coffee, do you think that Just Love Coffee could make like a latte called the Beard Latte?
I don't know that I'd want to drink that.
Really? No, a latte so good you can dip your beard in?
No, the beard. I mean, look, the beard, also known as a flavor saver, is definitely it's the closest thing you can get to godliness. But it does have a tendency to grab a hold. I don't know if you've ever combed your beard after a long day. There'll be some stuff that comes out of there every now and again. I don't.
Zach, I've never grown a beard, let alone combed it.
That's fair. His version of combing a beard is a facial massage. He just gets in there and gets in. He gets in them pores. You know what I'm saying? One of the masks. He's got the green face and the cucumbers in his eyes.
Yeah, yeah. The Lord did not bless me. He blessed me with good looks and the ability to
and large
take
ears
care of
and a
those good
significant nose.
Yeah, well, yeah, that is true. That is accurate. I have a big nose. There's no question
I said
about
significant.
that.
That's different than big. That's inferring that it has presence.
Yeah. It does have presence. That is accurate. Hey, so I had a thought this week, and I wrote a quick monologue, and I don't know if you'd let me read it, but
Absolutely,
I want to read it.
and
I have a question for you guys.
Okay, go.
At the end of it. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Brianna Kyler, she's a CNN personality, said recently that Fox viewers are guinea pigs in a huge disinformation experiment, and Americans will pay for it with their healths or livelihoods or their lives. And for context, if you actually watch Fox News, which I'm sure a lot of your people do, the outspoken news anchor Tucker Carlson has had questions about the vaccine. However, if you listen closely, Tucker is simply arguing the point that you have the right to ask questions about the vaccine that is being forced on you mostly by mob mentality. Dr. Anthony Fauci also said, I just don't get why people want to get vaccinated. Well, Dr. Fauci, I don't understand why you would agree to throw out the first pitch at a Nationals baseball game last year when you clearly have no baseball skills. Further, Fauci, I don't understand why you would be nominated for People's Magazine's Sexiest Man of the Year Alive when I have no desire to have sex with you, and I'm not even sure you're a man since you have not even told me your pronouns yet. So, what do these things have in common? They are perfectly legitimate in a free society. People Magazine can nominate whoever they want for Sexiest Man Alive, even though we might have different meanings to what sexiest is. MLB can choose a non-baseball player to throw out the first pitch, and I, as an American citizen, can choose to be vaccinated, and I should be able to do so without fear of being persecuted. Freedom means that we do not have to get vaccinated, and I don't need a reason that you agree with. Living in a free society also means that I sometimes have to deal with the fallout of other people's freedom. What I would rather do is live in a free society. Now, freedom also means that the media can have an option on us to not get vaccinated, or they can have an opinion on us not getting vaccinated. However, the media seems to have stopped being the media, and they are now some sort of Gestapo, not enforcing through force, but through psychological pressure. So let me be clear. In my opinion, anyone that is at risk should get vaccinated. I am not anti-vaccine. I am pro-freedom. So my question is this to you and your audience. Is it my or our social responsibility to get vaccinated for the vulnerable people?
No. The end. First of all, excellent monologue, my friend. Excellent monologue.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Freedom isn't free, and we've had a bunch of fantastically brave, courageous men and women that I was fortunate enough to serve with that laid their life down for your ability to say no to the vaccine. That's as plainly as I can put it. I've heard the arguments on both sides. I can tell you like this. This is what everyone should do. You should get with a medical professional, a doctor, a physician that you trust, that you have a relationship with, that you have background with. My physician has been my physician for 8 years. I trust everything he says implicitly. And I asked him, I said, Doc, what should I do? And he said, if I were you, I would stay away from the vaccine because you're not at risk. He said, look, if you were 65 and you had COPD or you had some kind of pre-existing condition or proclivity to be in that at-risk category, then by all means, the odds are, even if the vaccine has some negatives to it, you're not going to live long enough to see those side effects. But for you at a healthy 34-year-old, you are going to be around long enough to experience side effects of a vaccine that, quite frankly, we have no idea how it's going to work because we've never done it before. It's never been developed this way.
This is an experimental
That's correct.
vaccine.
And so my mom and dad, when, my grandma, we lost my grandma last week. Anybody that's listened to the show, we've talked about her a ton. But she moved in with my family. My mom and dad went and got the vaccine immediately because they wanted to protect her. They were out and about and around people, and they didn't want to bring back coronavirus to my grandma. She was actually going to get the vaccine the day that she passed. She was scheduled to get the vaccine, and so again, they made the choice not to get the vaccine, and then grandma moves in, and they said, you know what, we got to protect our family. We're going to go get the vaccine. It's their right to make those choices, and as Americans, we have the right to make decisions for ourselves and our families based on our own ability to reason and decide and make choices. And so ultimately, freedom doesn't mean you get a wide berth to do what we want you to do, and then when you stray outside of that, you're not free anymore. Freedom means you get to do what you want to do. Like you said, both good and bad. I don't care if for the love of God, Cuomo got an Emmy. The high priest of health, Anthony Fauci, is the second coming of Nolan Ryan. He is. He's not the sexiest man alive, but if that's what they want to do, great. If they want to give Obama the Nobel Peace Prize, great. That's their right to do it. If the bakery in Oregon doesn't want to make a cake for a gay couple, don't. That's your choice. If you want to put a sign on your door that says you will no mask, no service, then I'll make my decision whether or not I want to walk in or not. No hard feelings. No. Now don't be rude about it, and don't make people. And honestly, I believe if you say no mask, no service, you better have masks sitting at the front door so that when people walk in, or else you're just turning away money. But again, that's your choice to do so. And in this country, as far as I know, we still have those rights.
Yeah, I mean, you said it well. Like, I mean, I think your parents too. I mean, obviously in their sphere, in their they had that social responsibility to your grandmother, and maybe they didn't even see it as social responsibility necessarily. They saw it as, this is the loving thing to do, right? But I agree with you in a lot of ways from the risk factor. Like, it's not like polio. I've never had to deal with anything like polio or anything like that, like where the choice of the vaccine was there was high risk on the disease side and there's high risk on the vaccine side. Right now, like I have just how I live, I have pretty low risk of actually getting the disease and it being bad for me. So that's kind of the reason that I was thinking about that.
Yeah, no, that's good, man. We're going to go to a break. Ronald, as always, buddy, it has been a pleasure to be with you this morning. I enjoy the monologue.
Appreciate you letting me on.
It was good. Well prepared.
I like that a lot. That's the first thing we've ever had prepared on this. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Right.
Ronald, love you, buddy. Thanks for joining us this morning.
See you,
Boomer
Ronald.
and the Beard will be right back. Whoa, did you see this?
Big, beautiful, bearded host. Boomer and the Beard. And even our old farm co-host. Boomer and the Beard. Boomer and the Beard.
Boomer and the Beard.
There's nothing like the peace and serenity that you get while fishing. Invest in the rod you deserve. Old 18 is a veteran-owned company operated by a U.S. Navy SEAL and Top Gun fighter pilot, breaking the mold of the fishing industry. At Old 18, we offer high-quality products with a 25-year master rod builder behind every rod. We offer a no-nonsense, hassle-free warranty we stand in front of so you don't get left behind. Shop old18.com and type in the code BEARD for a 20% discount.
This is Mike 4 years ago. This is Mike having the same conversation with Debbie just last month. And today, he's at it again.
What's that, Mike?
I said our house is still underwater.
How do you know? Have you had it appraised lately?
Well, no.
Has the coronavirus made your life less financially stable? Are you worried about your next mortgage payment? Reed's Family REI is a family-based real estate investing company ready to buy your house for cash in any area or condition and close in 2 weeks. You don't have to fix it up. There's no agent fees and we handle the closing costs. Selling a home can be very stressful, and Wyatt Reed and his team at Reed's Family REI will put together the best possible offer for your specific needs. Sell your home fast with Reed's Family REI. 931-292-2875. That's 931-292-2875. And online at reedsfamilyrei.org. Reed's Family REI. Creative real estate experts for all your buying or selling needs.
So, what do you want to eat?
I want something fast-tastic.
Fast-tastic?
Yes, fast, yet fantastic.
Sounds, spiff-delicious.
Well, then let's go.
Eat more chicken with Chick-fil-A in Decatur, the taste that you can't get anywhere else. Download the Chick-fil-A app today, bypass the line, and enjoy your Chick-fil-A even faster. 2 great Chick-fil-A locations in Decatur, ready to serve you. Stop by today on Highway 31 South and on the Beltline in Decatur.
News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN.
This is Zayden, and listen to my dad, the Beard. Oh yeah, and the Boomer too.
Come on. Hey. Yeah, we are. Come on. 866-494-9866. I'm curious what I want to know what kind of music people want to hear because I feel like I do a pretty good job with coming back. I mean, we had No Diggity last break, and then we got Boogie Nights coming back here. We got a little Heat Wave and Blackstreet all in the same 30 minutes, and so I think I do a pretty good job at covering the gambit of. I mean, we've listened to Dio, we've listened to Coheed and Cambria. We've had Chris Stapleton on. We've had, I mean, you know, I feel like I cover a pretty wide variety.
Let's do Planet Rock next. African Bambaataa. Planet Rock.
This segment brought to you by Purcell Lumber and Millwork, the only place in Athens to buy your building supplies. Benjamin Moore paints, DeWalt tools, you name it. Purcell Lumber and Millwork, right here on North Clinton Street. You can get them online at purcelllumberandmillshop.com or 256-232. Let's see here, 256-232-6320. So, yeah, but
Africa, Bambaataa, and the Soul Sonics Force. Planet Rock.
Okay. Well, there you go, in case you needed a Bambaataa.
Or some Don't Stop the Rock. I love anything from the 70s.
866-494-9866. What do you think about my music selection? Maybe people want more rap music. That's probably what they want. 866-494-9866. We want to hear from you. Hayden is watching the phones, hopefully paying good attention so we don't miss phone calls. And we got to address something. We've gotten less phone calls lately than I'd like. It's almost like we're so entertaining. People are just sitting there in their cars and they're not, you know what I'm saying? They're so busy laughing, which Junior's pissed. He wants us to talk about. So for Junior, take back the House, take back the Senate, election reform, Trump,
term limits,
and
take back presidency.
Yeah, and Trump. So covered that, knocked that out. You're welcome, Junior. But no, I'm kidding, Junior. You know we love you, buddy. You know we got nothing but love. But I do need to. I am concerned with our lack of phone calls here lately. 866-494-9866. I mean, does this? I mean, I looked at the ratings books. I know you guys are. You haven't gone anywhere. You're still here. In fact, we're growing.
We're 3 subjects ahead by the time somebody can get that last number dialed because we squirrel so much. But
we do squirrel quite a bit.
Well, at least we're not like boring. You know.
I don't know why I listen to that show. If I'm being completely honest, I dang sure don't know why anybody watches the show. You talk about a bunch of idiots in here,
especially when they can't hear the music and we're over here.
Oh, having a disco party and they can't hear a thing. Yeah, Connor's got some elevator music playing on the live stream and we're over here. Boogie Nights, dum 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 dum.
Connor, I bet he does some whole elevator music going on. With a piano.
866-494-9866. Make the freaking phones ring, by God. What I got to do? All right, I tell you what. We're giving away Smoothie King. I got 3 coupons here for a free smoothie from Smoothie King. 866-494-9866. What kind of music do you want to hear, and why have you not been calling? We just want to talk to you. We will give away. Look at that, phone starts ringing. We just got to start giving stuff away.
Maybe Borat will call in too.
Oh, yeah, he's going to.
We need
some Borat.
And who else? We get Cheeseburger going. Call us back up.
Oh, hey, Hayden, your microphone's still on there, buddy. Hayden, there we go. Oh, gotta love Hayden. Yes, so, Hayden. But I am. We used to get phone calls nonstop. I mean, we used to have phone call. There was one point we filled up every line in the studio.
He's probably talking about politics in the election.
No, that's a fact.
We got Jeff.
Well, thank you. That's my job. Thank you, though.
Clearly, you need some help.
What'd you say? My mic was still on?
Yeah, when you were answering the phone, we were listening to you talk to him.
Oh, it definitely wasn't on, but that's a screw up. My bad. The button wasn't pressed.
Go ahead and put Jeff on the phone. Let's go to Jeff on line 1. Hey, Jeff.
I'm here. What's up, guys?
Yes. What's up, buddy?
Hey, I love your music, man. I love your music. I love the talk show. It's awesome, man. I love it. I listen to it every morning.
Thank you.
How much coffee have you had this morning?
5 cups.
Hey, there he is. Make sure you get some of that Just Love coffee, Jeff. Make sure you try that stuff out down there in Huntsville. It's fantastic. So what kind of music would you prefer us listen to?
I love that Boogie Nights that you just played. I was dancing. I'm glad I'm by myself. I was dancing.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah. I love the Boogie Nights. Clayton Cameron was good. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I love it.
Okay, nothing but encouragement. All right, Jeff, thank you. 866-494-9866. If we can find somebody with more energy than that guy, I will be surprised. He stays on he stays on a level 10. I would love to just bottle up just a hair of that energy.
Yep.
Just a skosh. Yeah, okay. So, well, I'm glad we were able to get one phone call. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to quit. We're just going to shut this thing down. We're just going to shut her down. 866-494-9866. All right, John on line 2. We got John on line 2. John, what's going on?
Good morning, Beard.
Good morning, John.
I was calling. I called a couple of times, and I never did get on the radio show. You were asking a reason you weren't getting phone calls. So, and the other times it just wasn't an opportune time or subject. So I called this morning. I like Steppenwolf and Rolling Stones and some of those old rockers.
Okay.
Yeah. But I wanted to talk about, I've told you I've been reading the Federalist Papers, and I never had read them before. Discovered some things in there. They went by a pseudonym. They called themselves Publius, and it was James Madison and Alexander Hamilton and John Jay, who were part of the Founding Fathers. And, of course, Hamilton was our first Secretary of the Treasury, and Madison was President. But such good logic, different from politicians today, such good sound arguments. And one of the things I did not know is that they had provided, and they started trying to chip away at slavery. They actually made the statement, these Federalist Papers are not law, but they were reasoning with people, okay, go ahead and accept this new Constitution we've developed. It's a lot better than Articles of Confederation. We need to have a standing army. We need to be able to lawfully control exports and imports from the United States as a nation, not as single states and so forth. But there's a lot of good arguments. And one of the things they did is they said, we're going to stop importing slaves in 20 years. And they actually got South Carolina to agree to that. So they made the statement, we'd like to do away with it altogether, but we don't believe we can and keep the Union together. So they anticipated the Civil War.
Yep.
Even talk about confederacies and 2 or 3 states.
Thank you, John, for the call. That was was a lot there. It's a lot there.
I think I need to sit down for a couple of... I could sit down for a couple of hours, though, and have a conversation with John.
Well, you'd sit down for a couple hours and listen to John.
Oh, yeah, we'll definitely listen.
He's a plethora of knowledge. Clearly.
He is the official historian of Boomer and the Beard, but oftentimes...
Certain time and place.
Yeah, and it's a rare time and place. So thank you for that.
Well, he said a little Steppenwolf.
We went from Steppenwolf to the Federalist Papers. Let's go to Larry on line 3. We've got Larry on line 3. Larry, what you got for us, man? Larry?
Oh, Larry.
Hayden?
Must have lost him.
Larry? Hayden?
He'll call back, I guess.
Why you keep hanging up on people, Hayden?
I definitely didn't hang up on him.
Maybe when you were hanging up on John, you actually hung up on Larry.
All right, well, let's listen to some KC and the Sunshine Band.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, let's get it pumping.
John said, well, the reason you don't get phone calls is because you don't let me on the air. My bad, John. I have to be ready.
He did also say there was inopportune time for him.
Well, I mean, here's the thing about John.
We need a heads up with that. We need a heads up.
Well, not only that, we've got to put a 40-second timer on that, because ultimately there's great knowledge in that. But we were talking about boogie nights and music, and then we had caffeinated call in. We had Jeff call in on his 6th cup of coffee, and then we went from a very high rate of speed to a crawl. Yeah. And so it's just.
I think what he was trying to get at, though, just a hair a little bit of politics. There was great debate and discussion back in the day.
Yes,
and
intelligent debate.
And it was intelligent debate back and forth about very, very important topics. Now all we do is just hate on each other.
Well, and they were allowed to disagree at the time.
Yeah, and we try to catch each other doing this and catch somebody and blackmail, and it's just there's nothing noble in the discussions anymore.
No, there's nothing sacred, for sure. And we're not allowed to agree or disagree or anything like that. Just seeing a headline here, just want to throw this note in so that we don't miss it. Dan Bongino has been contracted to fill Rush's time slot in every market he was in. So Dan Bongino is now the biggest talk radio show host in the world.
Wow.
Well done, Dan. I think that's a great call on Cumulus's part.
We'll see how that goes.
Oh, I think it's fantastic. I mean, did you know he's ex-Secret Service agent, ex-NYPD officer? I mean, he's just got a very different – he's a very in-your-face kind of dude. I like him a lot. He kind of speaks to he's like my spirit animal.
Well, you have to replace
he's
strong
like my little
with,
bald, my little short, bald spirit animal.
Yeah, you have to replace strong with strong. So
he's definitely it's going to be a very different feel than Rush. Rush was very
we grew up with Rush. I mean,
well, I didn't because I'd never listened to talk radio. But yeah. I mean, most people that, are intelligent grew up with Rush.
And Rush was worldwide. I mean, that.
Well, and Dan Bongino will be too because
He's
it doesn't appear as though they've lessened the size of the markets or anything. I mean, he's stepping into those ginormous shoes. Honestly, I don't know that I'd want to follow Rush.
No, that'd be hard to do.
I'd let somebody else come in, follow Rush, fall flat on their face, and then I'd want to be the third guy.
Could you imagine the pressure that's on him? Because, they're going to be looking at the numbers. Is he going to fall off, do better?
If I was his agent, I would have made sure to get at least a 2-year contract.
It's a changing of the guard, that's for sure.
It is the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier is what it is. Have you ever been there, by the way? Oh, it's one of the coolest. You've been
cool.
there? Oh, it's one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, just tear-jerking every time. Every time.
Yes.
I can't believe you've never been there.
I've been to D.C. and Arlington.
And you didn't go there?
I went to Jerry Lee's house.
God.
I went to Jerry Lee's house.
He went there looking for that orange car.
Yeah.
Boomer and the Beard will be right back.
Boomer and the Beard. Boomer and the Beard.
Boomer and the Beard. This is News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. News starts now.
A House Judiciary Subcommittee will hold a hearing today on discrimination and violence against Asian people, 2 days after 6 people of Asian descent were killed, allegedly by a 21-year-old Georgia man who allegedly killed a total of 8 people at spas in the Atlanta area. The Cherokee County Sheriff Frank Reynolds says investigators do not believe these shootings were racially motivated.
He made indicators that he has some issues, potentially sexual addiction, and may have frequented some of these places in the past.
President Biden will speak today on the nation's coronavirus vaccine progress. 29% of the adult population's gotten at least a dose of the vaccine. The IRS has pushed back the deadline for filing federal income taxes to May 17th. State deadlines may vary. Severe thunderstorms expected today for parts of the South. Nearly 20 tornadoes have been reported in Alabama. Brian Clark, ABC News.
In any home, cabinets are an instrumental part of your design. So, when you open your current cabinets, what instrument do they play? Wouldn't you rather they sounded like this? They can. It just takes one call to us.
Cabinet Express Online, North Alabama's premier cabinet supplier. Whether you want a complete custom kitchen or some of our RTA line, at Cabinet Express Online, you will get the most value out of your hard-earned money every time. Are you looking for framed or frameless? Either way, in no time at all, your dream kitchen can be a reality. And the only place you should trust to bring that dream to life is Cabinet Express Online. Schedule your free design consultation today with Cabinet Express Online. Call 256-289-7355. That's 289-7355. And online at CabinetExpressOnline.com. Design your custom kitchen today with Cabinet Express Online.
Why are you staring at me?
I know what you did.
What?
You know what you did.
What are you talking about?
The cookie dough. You've been all up in the cookie dough. My cookie dough.
Okay, see, look, what had happened was...
Get your own dough, yo. Get your own dough with Cookie Dough Magic, now open in Huntsville. We all have memories of stealing that cookie dough from the mixer before our grandmother could bake it. Now you can get it in a cone, cup, milkshake, and more. All safe to eat with no baking required. We have 12 delicious flavors. It's the best of both worlds. Delicious cookie dough, and it's safe to eat. Some of our signature flavors include magic chocolate chip, birthday cake batter, cheesecake dough, salty sweet, peanut butter, and more. It's so good. Get yours today at Cookie Dough Magic. Now open on Jefferson Street North in downtown Huntsville. And check us out online at mycookiedoughmagic.com. Life is short. Mix it up with Cookie Dough Magic.
Well, folks, I guess it was only a matter of time. I guess it was inevitable. 37-year-old Erica Anderson, recently a bride. Her New York City wedding was picture perfect. She wore a beautiful white dress. She walked down the aisle with a bouquet of flowers with the Brooklyn Bridge and the New York City skyline behind her. And it was time for Erica to take the big step, which she did willingly. She took her wedding vows with herself. That's right, my friends. She married herself. Sologamy is what it's called, sologamy. Ms. Anderson's part of a new and growing trend called sologamy. Happy Bride later discussed her big day and what it meant to her. I would describe it as women saying yes to themselves, she said. It means that we are enough, even if we are not partnered with someone else. Is it Ms. or Mrs. Anderson? I don't know. Whatever. She revealed that she had gotten tired of friends and family asking when she was going to get married. So in front of them, she tied the knot to herself, by herself, with herself. Now, before you brush this off as pathetic or the ultimate expression of narcissism, here's the thing. Mrs. Anderson is not alone, in a manner speaking. Businesses have sprung up eager to help sologamists create their perfect wedding day. Some companies sell wedding kits. Others provide typical services like photography. The trend is not going away. As for Mrs. Anderson, I hope she had a heck of a honeymoon.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/
News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN.
And why 2 + 2 means 4. Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. What are y'all at? Oh, okay. All right. I see how it is. Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I'm going to keep their mics muted, and that way they feel how I feel when I get left out. I'm so thankful that you've joined me for a solo show the rest of the way. I'll be doing it by myself while they sit here and text one another back and forth on their phones like women. You guys got anything you'd like to share with the class? Or
You do not want me to share that.
It's not my info to share, but let's just say Marshall is the oldest one on here. like,
there's a little blue pill for that.
No.
No, it reminds me of what my dad used to say. He'd be like, "Yeah, boys, I can't hold my mother like I used to."
There is nothing about this show that I enjoy more than when you bring a joke to the table and you can't make it through the end of it before you're laughing so hard. You're like, what'd the monkey say to the person? Boo! Golly, I love it so much. Oh, man.
Boys, I can't hold my mother like I used to.
You know, if you go back and listen to your first maybe week or two on the show, have you done that recently at all? You probably don't have any time, but you should, because it is a night and day difference from the first couple. And you told me that. You said, hey, it's going to take me a minute.
I had a buddy the other day. He said, when you came out of your shell, he said, your first week, you was like, yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, y'all right.
Yeah, now it might as well be the Jonah Waters show. We're gonna rename it Line X and Jonah. Decatur and Custom. Good pillow.
Oh, goodness.
So there's a story out here with all the attacks of Asians on the rise. You know, all the Asian hate crimes that are running around. By the way, you know what that old boy said? You know why he shot 8 people? He said he loved sex and they wouldn't give it to him, so he shot. No, that wasn't it. He said he was getting rid of the temptations, what it was. He said he wanted to eliminate the temptation.
Yep. And the police officer said he did not say anything about race.
Well, I think we've told you this before. We'll tell you this again. Evil's evil. Evil's going to be evil.
Yep.
Evil's going to do evil stuff.
Yep.
Lost people act lost. If you ain't got Jesus, you ain't going to act like Jesus, period. But he, you know, what does that say about the old young Asian salon there, young Asian massage parlor? Probably a little more going on there than you know, but let's just say they didn't stop at the rub.
Well, and then and then they were showing the age of the victims, and they need to take the young off of there. I didn't mean to say that.
Yes, you did.
Well, may they rest in peace.
Right, rest in peace.
Pour one out for our homies.
But anyway,
with the Asian attacks on the rise, which I don't know that I believe, but this article says attacks on Asian Americans have been on the rise in the U.S. according to reports. But one elderly woman in San Francisco said no dice. A man sucker punched her in an unprovoked attack. First of all, if you're going to sucker punch somebody, come sucker punch me. Don't sucker punch some woman like you are a coward. You are a coward. Unless you an old man fighting a younger man, you got to get in one of them old man punch. That's not called a sucker punch. That's called wisdom. That's called sneaky. We earned that right. But, if I square off with some little 20-year-old kid, I'm gonna have to probably get me one. You know what I'm saying? But a woman, you gonna hit a woman, period. But you gonna sucker punch her?
And where's this at?
San Francisco.
Oh.
Any shocker
this
there?
is California.
Hey,
Oh,
79-year-old lady.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, beat the hell out of the dude.
Oh,
look at Granny.
Granny turned around. She picked up a 2x4.
Oh.
He left on a stretcher to the hospital, dog.
Everybody was kung fu
fighting.
fighting. That 2x4 was fast as lightning.
Hey, in the end, one witness says the police had to hold her back.
Man.
Granny, stop it! Stop it!
How many?
Let me at him!
How
Let
many?
me at him!
How many
No,
kids?
Granny, stop it! Let me at him!
Think about all them kids and grandkids she done beat.
Oh.
She been beaten. She been
And
beating
they all
kids.
sitting around like, oh, this ain't nothing.
I grew up with a grandma.
She went light on you. She went light on you.
This was my grandma. This was my grandma. Guarantee. Oh my god, dude. She check this out. Sports director Dennis O'Donnell stumbled upon the aftermath and took footage of the scene, which showed the woman with visible injuries to her face. She repeatedly points to a bloodied male on a stretcher being tended to by paramedics.
Savage.
And when you get to jail, what do you say? Hey, bro, what happened? I got my
Mulan beat me up.
Yeah, I mean I got beat up by a granny
with a 2x4.
With a 2x4. Must have been a hacksaw.
And I started it.
What's that wrestler's name? That came in
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Yeah,
Hacksaw.
That's probably his mama.
Like, ho, and he'd have that 2x4 in one hand and an American flag on the other.
That's right.
I love that guy.
Wood in America.
Yeah, he started
you
it.
Get wrong.
He started it, then he got whooped with
Hey,
a 2x4.
Hey.
What?
Hey, she got in some verbal jabs too.
Oh, did she?
Yeah. Oh, he's down. He's down. He's bloodied. He's on the stretcher. Granny's done whooped his A with a 2x4, and she goes, "You're a bum. Why did you hit me?" The woman then turned to the crowd of people gathering. Turns to the crowd of people gathering.
World star
said, "This bum hit me," as she raised the stick. Like she's the champion. Somebody give this woman a belt. Somebody get this woman a championship belt.
Mike Tyson might give her one.
I'm so embarrassed for you right now.
Don't be, man. I don't care.
And you gave all them quotes and didn't do it in your samurai voice either. I'm disappointed.
Right.
You got to start all over.
This bum hit me, son. Why did you hit me, son? Yeah. The attacker, who was said to be 39, was arrested after he assaulted an 83-year-old Asian male and fled on foot. He also struck the 79-year-old woman while fleeing a security guard. Oh, okay, so this dude attacked the 83-year-old, was running from that, and then got his tail whooped by Granny, a 79-year-old.
And the 83-year-old was a security guard?
No, the 83-year-old was being, he was hurt. But he was running from a security guard which witnessed the first attack.
And Granny probably stepped in and tried to stop him. And then he hit her, and then she's like, no.
Not up in
I
here,
got this
son.
2x4 in my purse.
She said, hey, hold my purse. Give me that board. Watch this. Hey, this is the best story I've ever heard. Look at her. Oh, good gracious. Man, oh, man. Can you imagine? You get to jail. You in there. You all bloodied up. They're like,
I swole up.
What you in here for? You're like, I got in a fight. Yeah. So where are they at? Well, she, actually. You hit a woman? Yeah, actually, she was 79. Well, how'd you get hurt? Granny run me over with a 2x4. Coming home from attacking an 86-year-old.
Hey, her purse was only 10 inches deep, and she pulled out a 6-foot
12-foot long board.
Yeah.
Go gadget 2x. Good gracious. Let's go to a break. When we come back, one more segment, 15 minutes to the top of the hour in the Dale Jackson Show. This is Boomer and the Beard. We're so thankful you've chosen to join us here each and every morning. Like I said, one more segment, 15 minutes to the top of the hour. Boomer and the Beard will be right back.
Boomer and the Beard.
Big, beautiful, bearded host.
Boomer and the Beard.
And even our old farm co-host.
Boomer and the Beard. Boomer and the Beard.
Boomer and the Beard.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, the inventor of MyPillow, and like all of you out there, I had problems sleeping. Pillows would go flat, I would flip-flop all night long, I would wake up with a sore neck, maybe a headache, or feel like I needed a nap even though I slept 8 hours. When I invented MyPillow, I wanted it to where you can move the patented fill to give you the exact support you need as an individual, regardless of sleep position. MyPillow will get you into that deep sleep faster, and you will stay there longer. It's not about how much time we spend in bed. It's about how much of that quality sleep we get. I do all of my own manufacturing right here in the United States. I have a 10-year warranty. You can wash and dry MyPillow, and I give you a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. And here's my best offer ever. Buy your premium queen-sized MyPillow for $29.99. That's right, $29.99 for a premium queen-size MyPillow, only $5 more for the king size. Go to mypillow.com/radio specials. Use promo code BEARD at checkout.
Are you tired? You suffer from chronic fatigue, neuropathy, or joint pain? Call Madison Integrative Medicine. Our amazing staff will provide an individualized patient experience focused on your overall health to treat the cause, not just the problem. Utilizing both traditional and natural medicine. Don't let the symptoms become overwhelming. Treat them preventatively with Madison Integrative Medicine on Slaughter Road in Madison. Call 256-325-0955. That's 325-0955.
Karen's a quilter.
Karen's Quality Quilts. Quality custom quilts quickly.
How's the quilting business, Karen?
Kind of quiet. My quest to quadruple my quilting sales has created a quagmire.
Can I be candid, Karen?
Okay.
You need a website that can encompass the quality of your quilts.
I know quilts, but I know no computers. They're confusing.
But there are people who know coding like you know quilting.
Who's that?
I'm glad you asked. WebUnderdog creates websites that don't just catch the eye, they catch customers. And they're as user-friendly for you as they are for your clients. We build high-quality, clean, well-coded, custom designs for organizations of all sizes that are affordable, professional, and specially made for your brand and visitors. Outside of responsive web design, WebUnderdog also offers search engine optimization, website management, and so much more. Give your business the professional touch and contact WebUnderdog for a free web design quote. Call 256-998-0667. That's 998-0667 and online at webunderdog.com. WebUnderdog, your local web design and SEO agency.
Where is your haircut gone? We know you don't get out as much. You don't drive by your regular sport clips and pop in for that MVP haircut experience that is so much more than a haircut. But isn't it worth getting out for? For that legendary hot steam towel for your face, massaging shampoo that makes you melt into your seat. Oh man, you remember that, right? We found your haircut. It's right where you left it. Sport Clips. It's good to be a guy.
News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN.
We will make America great again. For the sake of our freedom and for the sake of our children, we are going to work, we are going to fight, and we are going to win.
Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful, bearded host. So thankful you've chosen to join us here this Thursday morning, 12 minutes to the top of the hour. Make that 11. The Dale Jackson Show follows us, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. You've got 11 more minutes of the best talk radio show on the planet. Just ask Dan Bongino. Cookie Dough Magic. We're going to be there on the 27th for the Bearded Birthday Extravaganza. It's going to be a come and go event. You'll just be able to come in and say hello, and we'll hang out. We'll eat some cookie dough. We'll rock and roll. We'll probably do a little live stream. Do a little podcast, special edition podcast. Get some guests out. Get some listeners on the podcast. That would be kind of fun. Have people just jump in and holler at us. Holler at me one time. You know what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm putting down? Anyways. Yep. Be sure to go check out Cookie Dough Magic downtown Huntsville, Jefferson Street. Stop by and see O Tugboat while you're there. O Tugboat and a Mullet. That'd be a good band name.
That sounds like a one-hit wonder to me.
Tugboat and a Mullet. That's what's going to be on their. That's what's going to be on their wedding announcement. Tugboat and a Mullet.
Here comes the tug. All mulleted.
Okay. All right. That didn't work.
I tried.
That didn't work. I don't think that was what you wanted. So anyways, that we're going to do that on the 27th. So make sure to make plans to come see the guys and just party like it's 1987. So a Michigan judge. So here is, this one's for Junior. Shout out to Junior. Michigan Democratic Secretary of State broke the law with absentee ballots. Shocker. You mean the Secretary of State, Jocelyn Benson, instructed her clerks to presume accuracy of signatures on absentee ballots, and that's not a good thing? You mean that's illegal? What?
And nothing will happen. I'll tell you, Michigan, they had it going on with their. I mean, they got this lady and the governor that's a tag team.
So check this out. Because this could be a big deal, dude. A Michigan judge ruled last week the Democratic Secretary of State, Jocelyn Benson, violated state law by unilaterally altering absentee voting rules ahead of the 2020 presidential election. Connor, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't I make the point that was my biggest issue with all of the things that happened? I'm not sitting here hollering fraud, but unilaterally changing rules about the federal election, I think that was my biggest argument, wasn't it? Like, hey, this is what we need to look at as a court system?
Yeah, more or less. Yeah.
And so now it appears as though he brings weight.
He said, "Shut up, talk to somebody else."
At issue is a now invalidated directive Benson issued to Michigan clerks. So it's now invalidated. So the question is, what happens? Do we go back and undo it?
And all that should have went through the legislation.
Yes,
right? Just like with Georgia and everybody else, and the whole deal that their Secretary of State made with Stacey Abrams was illegal.
So if this happens, if this, because this was ruled on, I mean, so will it be appealed? If so, does it go to the Supreme Court? If so, it could change 4 or 5 different states.
And what happens then?
Then what happens? March 4th happens, says Antifa. Or not Antifa.
Well, no, we're April 15th now.
Oh, it's April 15th.
Yep.
Oh, that's why the IRS pushed the tax deadline back. Mm-hmm. They didn't want to get on top of Trump's day when he takes office back.
Yep.
I got you.
Yep, we're doing an extension on that inauguration.
Yeah. I mean, we just wanted to let Biden taste it a little bit. He thought he was president.
I mean, but seriously, like, let's say Georgia and Michigan or another state ends up being overturned.
What happens?
And then legit Biden did not win. What is going to happen? Are they going to change anything? I mean, we've never had this happen before.
Talk about a freaking nightmare.
It's unprecedented.
Oh my gosh!
Trump's probably like, y'all don't even unbox my stuff. I'm headed back.
Yeah, keep my stuff in the
Keep
movie.
my stuff-
Keep
just
my
keep
stuff
it
in Air Force 2.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
I still got my key.
Still got a key. They didn't change the locks on the White House back then. Let's go to the phones. 866-494-9866. On line 3, we've got Wayne. 866-494-WVNN. Wayne, what do you got for us?
Hey, they did an interview with that old lady that hit that guy, and she said she couldn't believe how splintered up society was because everybody's going against the grain, and that she just had to whittle them down one swing at a time. And then she said, "Hey, I know him. That's Johnny, and he's definitely not a chip off the old block." All right. Good
Wayne,
day, fellas.
that is absolutely rock solid. The delivery's fantastic. The material is on point. You get caller of the day. Way to go, Wayne. That's fantastic.
Excellent.
How many jokes did he I think there was 5.
Like 3 or 4
5
at
in
least.
there. Golly. Going against the grain is
Excellent.
Oh, man. We have the best listening audience in the world.
That was good.
You know it? Golly. I need more people like Wayne. I need more Waynes in my life.
I wish we knew the guy who did all the accents too.
The
He
Borat?
called. Yeah, what was the one he called in
he's
before that?
Cheeseburger, Borat.
Yeah,
What else has he been?
Well, the Borat guy.
Corn Pop called. Don't forget Corn Pop.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Corn.
she did good.
Yeah, she did.
Oh, you had to say that.
Well, I ain't getting in trouble.
No, but you're right. I'm curious. 866-494-9866. What happens if the election gets? I mean, Connor, do you have any idea what would? And I know this is a long. We've all said on this show, Joe Biden is president. Okay, we've accepted that. We've moved on. It is what it is. But if somehow there are these rulings that continue to say, because I think this is what we all thought, this was illegal. Mm-hmm. If that's true, and let's just say hypothetically they invalidate 5 states, that swings the election back to Trump.
Right.
How do they handle that at this point?
They don't. There are no mechanisms in place to reverse a presidential election.
That's never happened before.
That would be a disaster.
They couldn't do anything.
Rights.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Without amending the Constitution, they couldn't do anything.
Right. And so, can you imagine the amount of absolute chaos that would ensue? Because there's 75 million Americans out here that say, wait a minute, Donald Trump actually won and we can't do anything about it. Mm-hmm. Oh, it would be bedlam.
They're going to keep that fence up around D.C. forever.
I guarantee you they're going to build a bigger one.
Forever.
I think you're right. It's going to be mass chaos.
I hope, honest to God, I hope it doesn't happen.
And what if they want mass chaos and they're going to put it out there and Trump they're going to say that, and then what?
You can't change it. We can't
go
backwards
blame him
here.
for everything bad.
Too bad, so sad.
Yeah, and I think, man,
it's going to be huge. Probably the.
I can't even wrap my mind around.
But I mean, they're looking at Georgia too.
Yeah,
they're about to look through all these absentee ballots in Georgia, and now we got this with Michigan.
It's called precedent.
Yeah. How many does he need? 1 state or 2 states?
I don't remember. What was the final vote, Connor? Do you remember? It's 3 something.
306, 232.
So not that far.
So yeah, I mean 1 or 2. I mean
probably 3. Couple 3 states.
Even if it
Probably
flip,
3.
okay, let's say 1. If 1 happens, everybody's still going to be in an uproar because they say, okay, well, there might be 2.
How many electoral votes were in Michigan?
16.
So 16 there. So that pulls 16 off.
And Georgia, and
how many's in Georgia?
Yeah, what's Georgia?
Georgia, 17, 18.
And I think
so that's 21.
And I heard they're still talking about
puts
Arizona.
Him at 253.
They're still talking about Arizona also.
So he needs at least 3 states, if not 4.
I'm telling you.
But again, needs them for what? I mean, there's nothing to be done. This would be absolute insanity. For the sake of this country, I pray that it just stops. I mean, God, that's tough. On one hand, we've been sitting here talking, for Junior, talking about we got to get these election processes fixed, right? We got to fix them. This is the process of fixing them. But in the process of fixing it, what if we uncover terrible things that have happened that changed the course? You literally changed the course of history.
That's what I'm saying.
By breaking the law.
If we find
and there's
out,
no mechanism to undo what's been done.
If we find out 1 happened, they're going to say, okay, well, we're going to go find 2. And if they find 2, they're going to find 3. Even if it's just 1 and we stop right there, it's going to be enough to cause an uproar.
Well, you got
Connor? And then we got to fight for your right to party.
If Arizona, Georgia, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin flipped, I think that would give it enough to get to a electoral tie.
So again, it's a long shot, but again, I think you're right. If one state
that's going to open a can of worms.
Yeah, it's going to open and then you know what Donald Trump's going to do? He's going to open that can of whoop.
He's been really quiet.
Real quiet.
I mean, like he did put out a statement just saying,
quiet.
I'm not going to say if I'm going to run for president or not in 2024 because let's get past the 2022 primaries because he's focused on that. That's all he's really said. He's been putting out statements on paper. He ain't doing too much talking.
Dude, this terrifies me.
Yeah,
this terrifies me.
Especially when Trump's been so vocal and then they shut him down. He's like, I'm cool with being shut down.
I mean, this is essentially what I said happened, okay? This was just so everyone knows, so I can be on the record here. My entire assertion as the election kind of went on was that the Supreme Court was going to take it up, okay? And they were going to go back through the different states and say it was illegal. What they did was unconstitutional in how they changed the election law. Thus, they must be invalidated, thus. Now, the Supreme Court chose not to do that, and in some ways I understand why. But if they all of a sudden get involved now, I'm going to be very disappointed because you stood there silently when you were needed to perform the function that you've been elected or been appointed to serve in, and now you want to get involved?
It's all planned chaos if it happens.
This has been the Thursday morning edition of Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful bearded host. I love you all very, very much. We'll see you bright and early in the morning. Hopefully we don't have a marathon morning tomorrow. It is Friday, and that is terrifying. We love you so much. Have a wonderful day.